Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to Six in the City. Before we get into the show, because you've been involved actively in this, Cassandra, the American Public Gas Association has presented the Jackson Energy Authority with its System Operational Achievement Recognition. They call it the SOAR Award. The president of the American Public Gas Association noted that there are 1,000 public gas systems in this country. 14 received this designation. One of those is JA. That JA is a leader for all other natural gas companies in this country, he said.
It's not just the SOAR award, the SOAR recognition, it's the gold recognition.
Gold recognition.
Yes. So there are different levels that you can receive. There's gold, silver, and platinum. And top award is gold, and JA received the top award, which is gold.
Well, congratulations to the gas system, to Braxton Williams and all the folks, and you were actively involved in that. So.
Yes, sir.
Now that we bragged on JA, what's on this show?
Woo! I better do this quick because we got a lot of folks to talk to. Pastor Terry Hunley and Pastor Gary Martin are going to be here because it's almost time for the March for Jesus.
Yes.
Coming up June the 4th. Jackie Utley is here with the Jackson Madison chapter of Daughters of the American Revolution, because there is an inaugural Women's Veterans Day that's coming up June the 12th. She's going to talk to us about it and ask for names. Caitlin Roach is here with 4 Minute City. She's the executive director of Friends of Heart. Going to tell us a little bit more about how 4 Minute City is going. And then Glenn Miller is here with the Northside Church Youth, because they have a musical that's coming up June 3rd and 4th called Wanted. We're also going to hear from them today, their entertainment. And then Jennifer Medford, she's manager of education and community engagement with PBS. They have a summer library tour that's coming up. We're going to talk to Jennifer about that. And Robert Underwood, who's co-author, we're going to talk to him about his official book release, In My Father's House.
All right. All that's coming up. And by the way, that musical is June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I think we'll throw that in. We'll talk to Glenn Miller. All that's coming up on this Six in the City.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after a sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensaver for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure love.
Pastor Gary Martin is with us, and he's been talking about a March for Jesus since, well, I don't know, since the first of the year at least.
I think it's been back.
It's good to see you. It's about time. It's this Saturday, June 4th. Can't believe that it's finally here, Gary.
I guess you guys are tired of hearing us talk about it.
No, we're going to start lining up around 9 o'clock, right, to launch at 10 around Airways. And,
yes, on Airways at 405 Airways down by the old mattress warehouse.
I tell you, there'll be volunteers, everybody to guide us when we show up down there.
Absolutely. Everybody asks, well, how do I know where we're going to be? I promise you, you'll know. You will know.
Okay.
We're going to take a little a walk up to the amp, right?
We are. There's going to be music. It'll be more of a processional. I've been telling people it's going to be more like a parade than it is anything, but we won't have floats.
Oh, so we got to practice our parade wave, right?
There you go. Exactly. Get them hands in the air.
That's right. So what is going to happen when we get to the amp?
So once we get to the amp, there's going to be pastors that are going to be leading in different prayer areas. We're going to be praying for our city, our government leaders, our nation, for revival, for the church. We're going to have the Hub City Choir is joining us along with other groups that's going to make up the worship team during that time. So we'll have intermittent worship along with the prayers. We'll have a couple of food trucks down there for the afternoon. We'll finish the first part between, I would say, 1:30, somewhere in there. And then at 2 o'clock, we're going to have a full afternoon till 8 p.m. that night of gospel singing, Christian music, live, different groups, different soloists. And it's going to be an amazing day. Weather's supposed to be, I think, 81, 82 degrees.
So, yeah, the weather forecast looks perfect. It sure does.
Yes, it does. So we're excited. It's been a long time coming. We've been planning this thing since probably early December, and really put it off the ground in January. And it's been phenomenal so far.
What's the participation like? Gary, have you been pleased with the response you've gotten?
I am. We're getting a lot of churches that have come on, that are calling even now. I mean, all of our trainings and all of our volunteer trainings and meetings have concluded, but we're still getting phone calls saying, "Hey, please count us in. Is it too late to sign up?" So, and there's really no sign up. Just show up.
Just show up.
Just show up.
It's a free event, right?
I'm sorry?
It's free event, right? There's no charge.
Yes, no charge. We'll have balloons for kids. We'll have, like I said, we'll have piped in music from one of the radio stations. We'll be doing a live simulcast. So we'll have drones in the air taking photos and videos of the whole thing. And so we'll end up having a really neat, professionally done video at the end of it. We're asking churches not to wear your church shirts. We don't want any individual identity. We want everyone to see the church as a whole, as Christ intended for it to be. So we're asking you not to do that. We do have t-shirts available, March for Jesus t-shirts that are available. If you don't want to wear one of those, you don't have to, but we would rather you not wear anything with your church name on it.
Oh, wow.
Gary, what do you hope the follow-up to this will be? I mean, I take it that this is done with a purpose long-term, not just a one day and let's go.
No, it's not. By no means. We're not going to be able to lay this thing down. We want to be able to create a group of pastors and churches that are going to be able to help meet better and bigger needs in our community, and to really help us launch out into this community, to allow the city to know that the church is there for us, not as a individual location, but as a whole, that we want to respond to the needs of our city and help change the situation and the environment in our city.
Well, Pastor Gary, if for whatever reason folks can't make it down there, are you guys going to have this streamed on your Facebook page? Or we're going to try
to do a live Facebook page. They can view it off of March for Jesus Jackson TN's Facebook page.
Okay.
Or if they can't find it there, they can just go to my Facebook page, which is Gary Martin, GARRYMARTIN, and hook it up there. We're gonna do it one way or the other. We'll have it live.
All right. Well, that sounds good.
Pastor Gary, you've been working hard, and a lot of your people have been working hard on this now for months, and we're looking forward to it. It's Saturday morning at 10. Start gathering around 9 o'clock, and as you said, if you get the airways near the bypass, you'll be at the right place.
Absolutely.
There'll be people there to guide you in and get everything lined up.
Yes, indeed.
Continue your best, Gary. We appreciate this in the long term. I hope this is the launch of everything you hope it will be.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you, and we
thanks,
appreciate
Pastor
you.
Gary.
Thank you.
We have a special event coming up June 12th. We'll talk to Jackie Utley about that coming up next on this Six in the City.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to EPlus broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. EPlus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Welcome back to Six in the City. Jackie Utley is with us, and Jackie was with us just recently about the Memorial Day, and I hope everything went well, Jackie. I know y'all were busy.
Really well, yes.
Okay, on Saturday and then on Monday as well, and I hope everyone had a great Memorial weekend. Jackie's here to talk about recognition of female women.
Yes. Women veterans.
And this is not a brand new thing, but a brand new recognition that came about last year. Governor Lee signed this. So what has been designated? Now, June 12th is designated as what?
June 12th is designated in Tennessee as Women Veterans Day. Across Tennessee, we're one of about 24 states that have actually signed it into law. The significance of that is in 1948, the law was passed recognizing it was the Female Veteran Integration Act was signed into law, so that women could become active duty in the military. So that's why June 12th was chosen for this. So
that was 1948. What was their status prior to that then, Jackie?
They could serve as clerks and nurses and behind the lines, but this actually made them part of the military.
Okay, so 1948 this changed. And since then we have women, I guess, in all aspects of the military.
Yes. Yes.
So what
we're going to commemorate them on Sunday.
Absolutely, going to recognize and honor them.
So what do we need to do to get people recognized?
If you know a female veteran, or if you are a female veteran, if they'll get in touch with me, 731-293-5055, call me, or send me an email, jutlydar@gmail.com. I need the woman's name and her branch of the service for the certificate of honor. And that will also kind of give us a head count. It's not going to be a catered meal because it's 2:00 on a Sunday afternoon. So we'll have cake and cookies and fruit tray and coffee and nibbles, plenty of stuff. We'll have door prizes. One of our door prizes will be a gift certificate for one of our veterans banners. That will be going up. That will be going up in November. So, and we have other gift door prizes that we'll be giving away. And our keynote speaker will be retired Navy Commander Leanne Braddock. So we're excited about having her as our speaker. She's done a lot of panels and has spoken several times at Discovery Park.
Is she from Tennessee?
She is not originally from Tennessee, but she and her husband now own a home on historic East Main in the Poland district.
Okay, so she's here in town. Okay.
Yeah. So she's go ahead.
Is this open to any female that served in any capacity?
Yes. Any female active duty, anytime. We'd love to honor them. Several people have asked if they can bring their spouse, which is fine. So we just kind of need to know how many to plan for. And our deadline will be the 8th because this is on the 12th. So we need to have time to get the certificates prepared and get everything in place.
This is going to be done Sunday, June the 12th at 2:00 at the VFW 6496, which is on Airways. And so and they will be a part of this. And this is the first time for this recognition.
This is our inaugural event. Since it was signed into law last year, we didn't have time to scramble and get it organized for last year. But this will be the first of many.
Okay.
Wow.
You mentioned, Jackie, also your Veterans Project where the signage will go up at the city parks and will be up for 2 years. Is that an approaching deadline, or have we got plenty of time on that? Or?
The deadline is August 1st, and that's a hard deadline because we have to send this into the company and get them produced and get them shipped back. And then the city of Jackson is graciously installing these for us in the parks.
Okay.
So they've got the bucket trucks.
It's $150, right, to recognize a veteran?
It's $150. It is a 2-year. They'll be up for 2 years, and at the end of the 2-year period, the sponsor will get the banner.
Okay.
So, and the company is guaranteeing that they're weather resistant for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So we think it's going to be a really, really good thing.
Okay. And same thing, you just talked to Jackie Utley. Her number 731, that's 293-5055, is that right?
Yes.
293-5055.
Yes.
or jutley.dar@gmail.com.
Yes.
I think I've just about got this down. Okay.
Imagine why.
Get away. But June the 8th is the hard deadline on the women's recognition.
Yes.
And then August 1st
Yes.
for the veterans of any type.
Yes.
Hey, it's always good to see you. Appreciate everything
Good
you
to
do.
see you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you
Jackie.
so much.
Well, yeah, thanks. Well, we're going to our main stage, and these young people are part of the musical Wanted that's going to be at Northside United Methodist Church June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Or Northside Church now, June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We'll talk to Glenn Miller later, but we're going to the main stage for this cast from Wanted.
Come out of sadness from wherever you've been. Come broken-hearted, let rescue begin. Come find your mercy, O sinner, come kneel. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. So lay down your burdens, lay down your shame. All who are broken, lift up your face. Oh, wanderer, come home. You're not too far. So lay down your hurt, lay down your heart, come as you are, come as you
are. There's hope for the hopeless and all those who strayed. Come sit at the table. Taste the grace. There's rest for the weary, rest that endures. And earth has no sorrow that heaven can cure. Lay down your burdens, lay down your shame. All who are lift up your face. Oh, wanderer, come home. You're not too far. So lay down your hurt, lay down your heart, come as you are. Joy for the morning, O sinner, be still. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can't heal. So lay down your burden, lay down your...
Why are you going down the hall?
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center. Our clinic is unique because it offers oral surgery suites, general dentistry suites, as well as a fully run operating room. EPlus Broadband has never let me down. The reps that actually gave me their personal phone numbers, they definitely were compassionate. They knew that some of the technical terms they were using I couldn't understand, and they broke them down to me, and I thought this went a long way. Thank you, EPlus Broadband.
Caitlin Roach is with us, and she's Executive Director of Friends of Heart, and we're talking about Jackson becoming America's first 4-minute city. Caitlin, it's good to have you with us. How are we doing on this effort?
Well, we are getting there, but we're not all the way.
Okay.
So what
What
I mean and what I'm asking for, by 4-minute city, we mean that there will be a smart connected AED or automated external defibrillator, which of course is used in the case of a sudden cardiac arrest to shock your heart back into rhythm. That's the only thing that will help. That those smart connected AEDs will be within 4 minutes of everyone within our city limits. And to do that, we have to have members of our care team to sign up and be willing to have these AEDs on them and be dispatched to these calls. So
we're looking for members of the care team to folks to sign up. Okay. Can it be anybody?
Yeah, so you don't have to have any medical training or prior training to do this. We will teach you everything you need to know between us and the Jackson Fire Department, who's working with us to lead the care team. We will have the several trainings as we lead up. We've already had one, but we'll go back and do another initial training for those who sign up now. And then after the devices are deployed, we will have quarterly trainings.
How many are we looking for, Caitlin?
So probably around 200 more. I've got 150-ish, but I need more than that. We'll have 250 devices, but we want to have more than that. And the other thing is we want to have them all over the city. Okay. So cardiac arrest patterns tend to follow in with other trends like lower median income, higher poverty level. That's where you tend to see the most out of hospital cardiac arrests. So we've got to have people
so we'll
in
have a concentration
various
in
facets.
Those areas, then is what we'll do.
Okay. Various parts of the city. So to sign up, all you have to do is go to the website. I'm going to say here, Avive, AVIVE. That's the name of the device company. Avive.life/Jackson. So while you're there, you can read more about the program. You can learn more about it. You can go ahead and there's a video CPR hands-only training that you can do and send to your friends. Just, kind of keep that stuff top of mind so that if you're ever in that situation, you can react with more ease and comfort. But then you fill out that application, we'll contact you to have you come in for your training. Our next round of trainings is in August. Okay. So, no prior experience, there's no cost to you. It's just, there's a lot. And I understand that there's questions people have about legalities. Yes, the federal Good Samaritan law protects you as long as you're acting in good faith. There's questions people have about going out of town. Well, you wouldn't be able to respond locally in Jackson, obviously, but it's still a fully functional AED. So if you've got questions, give me a call. The Friends of Heart number is 731-343-3330, and ask those questions and let's talk about it. And we can see that I assure you, you're probably a good fit for this. Anytime no matter where you are, as long as you're going to have that device on you, when there's a cardiac arrest within 1 mile of your radius at that time, you'll get called out. And the important thing is, just to throw some numbers at you pretty quick, Jackson has about 100 sudden cardiac arrests out of the hospital every year in our city limits. Only about 6% or 6 people survive those. So the deal here is the sooner you get the shock on the heart, for every minute that they're not shocked, they're losing a chance of survival by 7 to 10%. So that's the deal. We need to get the devices deployed to our neighbor 3 doors down or whatever it is before our first responders can get there.
And the volunteers who are going to be part of the care team need to be residents of the city, right? This is not pertaining to county. Okay.
Yes, not right now, but we do hope to expand that. But yeah, that's all you need to do is have that address and be willing to help. And I mean, we're estimating you might get called twice a year. This is not going to be some all day, every day type thing. But it is going to be something that we really believe that 6% is going to go. I mean, we'd love to see 50 to 75% of friends and neighbors and loved ones get back up after a sudden cardiac arrest, because sudden is what happens. It's an electrical problem with your heart. It stops firing properly and it goes out of rhythm. And without a shock, that's the only way to bring someone back.
And that website was avive.life.
/Jackson.
/Jackson.
All right. And her number is 343-3330. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Caitlin. Well, good luck with that. We got
Thanks so much.
The equipment, the connection, the communication point. We need the people now to make this happen.
Exactly.
All right. Good deal. It's good to see you, Caitlin. We appreciate it very
It's
much.
good to have you, Caitlin.
Friends of Heart and the 4-Minute City on the way to becoming the first in America. We're going back to the main stage, and this is the cast from Wanted.
You wanna hide, it's hard to speak. You feel the weight of all your foolish mistakes. You say you're fine, but your heart is weak from a feeling you can't seem to shake. Open up, let him breathe into your soul. Meet you where you are and make you whole. Even when you're broken, he's gonna love you. So pour out what you're feeling inside. Tell him anything, whatever you've done, 'cause even when you're broken, you are loved. The ache is real, the words come slow as you're tracing the steps of where you've been. It starts to heal, and then freedom flows. There is peace in knowing you can start again. I don't know why we hold the past so tight when hands of mercy offer us a new life. Even when you're broken, he's gonna love you. So pour out what you're feeling inside. You can tell him anything, whatever you've done, 'cause even when you're broken, you are loved. Sometimes it's hard to make a change. Sometimes you wrestle with the shame. But through it all, his grace remains. Even when you're broken, he's gonna love you. So pour out what you're feeling inside. You can tell him anything, whatever.
With EPlus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for EPlus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill balance, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification.
Reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/text-alerts for more information.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on EPlus broadband fiber network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
Well, let's talk some music. Glenn Miller's with us. Perfect name for a musician guy.
I know, right? It just fits so well.
You know, Glenn, we're kidding about that. You know, people my age, Glenn Miller, yeah, I know exactly. And I guess people that are younger go, what? Who? Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. The only way is if they're in band. That's the only way to know.
Actually, done some
It's
Glenn
true.
Miller songs out there. Other than that, like, all right, Glenn Miller, so what? Yeah, okay. Glenn Miller's with us, and you know, youth pastor or whatever extraordinaire, you know,
Director of Student Ministries.
catch it all at the Northside Church, and their musical is back. COVID knocked us out, Glenn. What, the last 2 or 3 years?
2 years. It knocked us out 2 years, but we're back.
All right.
Right.
And it is coming up June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And Cassandra, what, 3rd and 4th at
3rd and
7?
4th at 7 p.m. and then June 5th at
Sunday
3 p.m.
at 3. All right.
And it's free
So
admission, as always.
Yeah.
It's going to be there at the Northside Church in Hope Hall.
And your
Yeah.
students, right, put all
They
this
did this.
together, right?
They do. They write it and put it together. They start off, you know, in the fall and kind of put it together over the Christmas break and things. But this year, you know, having a little extra time, they have had a little extra time to write it up. And so this year they chose the title Wanted, and it's an Old West setting. So
Okay.
that's going to be a little bit different.
Different, okay.
Yeah, got to do
So
it.
what happens in the Old West here?
Yeah.
Well, they thought it was interesting because they chose 1870, which was right after the Civil War as people were moving west, and a new town called New Hope. And they thought that paralleled with where we are right now, you know, coming out of COVID, and from one major event coming out to another major event coming out. So they thought that was a neat thing that they had come up with.
Glenn, how many students do you have participating?
We have 32 students on stage this year.
Oh, wow.
And several of our former students who come back, who are now college students, you know, are working. They've come back and really helped to lead us this year. And so we have a lot of
Okay.
students going in there. Yeah.
This is designed for whom, Glenn? Who do you want to be in that audience?
Well, it's really designed for anybody, but especially people who enjoy listening to a gospel presentation through music and through play, and just to hear the voice of our young people talking to us a little bit, you know, giving us back some feedback into their faith journey. And so it's really for everybody. You know, we do have a nursery, so if you have a little one, you don't think they're going to sit still. Now, Steve, here's a big change. Cassandra, this is a big change.
Uh-oh, what is it?
No longer the 2 hour and 45-minute musical, an hour and a half guaranteed.
What?
Oh,
An
Yep.
hour and a half.
That's a big deal. That's
Man,
a big
that's
deal.
a big,
Give
that's
those
a big
students a
change.
little
It sure
extra
is.
time
Yeah.
and they start whittling it down.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So
You know, Glenn,
That's
I watch
awesome, though.
I watch some of these American movie classics. You know, they used to do movies an hour and 10 minutes or something. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to us, but I'm forgetting back. Yeah, let's get back to that hour 10. Tell us.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know, all right. So less than 2 hours here, an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes.
Do
About an hour and 35 minutes.
About
would
an
be
hour
Glenn, do we
max.
need to make reservations, or are there tickets, or we just show up?
Just show up. There are no tickets, but if you do bring a larger group, say 15 or more, let me know and reach out to me here at the church, and I will make sure that you get to sit together. You know, just to be an extra host. How about that?
What's been
What's that number there?
Is it still Hope Hall?
Still Hope Hall.
Hope Hall. Okay.
And you can get the number at 731-668-0617 or northsidejackson.com is our email address. Our
This is at
website.
Northside Church, and it was Northside United Methodist for many years, but it's Northside Church, same location, Hope Hall, and it's June 3rd and 4th at 7, and then Sunday, June 5th at 3.
That's right.
And so we're going to New Hope, out west somewhere.
Going out west to New Hope.
See what happens out there.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And also too with this, I know I don't think we mentioned it before, but the students write the music. Is that right, or is is the music canned and provided?
The music is music that they may know. We have a live band. We always use a live band. In the past, we've had some students write some of the music for it, but this year it will be music that is already out there, and our band's performing it.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
We're going to find out what happens in New Hope as we go out west in 1870.
1870. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
With the youth group from Northside Church. After 3 years back in business.
Now we're glad to be back.
Yeah, I would think so. Well, Glenn, it's always good to see you. Always
good to see y'all.
Great to see you. A real special effort, and I know they work hard at this.
They do. They do.
Always look forward to doing this every year, I'm sure.
People of any age are welcome. All right, well, excellent, man. Well, we got a summer library tour coming up. We're going to find out about that through PBS. Jennifer Medford's on the way as we continue. Six in the City.
They say home is where you hang your hat. Yeah, I say there ain't a darn thing wrong with that. I got a city living in my home.
Join us to celebrate Jackson and Madison County's 200th year anniversary. To view bicentennial events, visit jacksonmadison200.com.
It stands out in the landscape. It's the newest and largest water tank in the JEA system. Located northeast of McKellar-Sipes Airport, it holds 2.5 million gallons of water. Construction costs just shy of $4 million. But it will supply water and the water pressure necessary to sustain fire hydrants in an expanding industrial and commercial area of Jackson. Meeting needs and building for the future, all a part of JEA Today.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Our apology, Jennifer. We're putting together the final segment of this show here. We were just talking over her and everything.
Oh, it's okay.
Not even acknowledging you were there.
She was pretending and getting ready for her segment.
Yeah, we've got a summer library tour that's coming up through the public broadcast system, and Jennifer Medford is with us, and she handles the education and community engagement for WLJT. Is that right?
WLJT and newly West Tennessee PBS station.
All right. Excellent. So we're glad to have you with us. So what goes on with this summer library tour then?
Well, the summer library tour we've done for years. We had COVID, so the last couple of years it's kind of been
like everything else. We're bringing the stuff back, right?
We're bringing it back full force this year. I mean, we have a wonderful, great sponsorship. JEA was wonderful at a big sponsorship and making this happen. And we try to the theme of the library tour is Ocean of Possibilities. So we tried to bring a character in that modeled that same theme that the libraries were doing across the West Tennessee. Okay. So we bought Splash from Splash and Bubbles. And Splash is a yellow back fusular fish that's he's a fish, and so it's kind of going to pair well with the Oceans of Possibility theme with the libraries this year. So I'm very excited about it, very excited for the wonderful sponsorship that we had for this program to continue the program. In the past a few years, some of them have been drive-through, some of them have been limited in person, but now we're back in full.
Back in the library, okay.
So what libraries are you going to be hitting on your tour?
We start Monday, and Monday we'll hit Humboldt Public Library at 10 a.m. 2 p.m. Monday the 6th is O'Brien County Library in Union City. And then Tuesday we'll hit Hardin County Library at Savannah at 10 a.m. And then 2 p.m. at Chester County Library in Henderson, Tennessee. And then Wednesday we have W.G. Ray Library in Paris. And they actually invited one of their schools, one of their summer programs, they're having a class come as well to that one. So I'm kind of excited that the school system had use the library when the characters come in as well.
Nice.
And then we got weekly Ned R. McWither Weekly County Library in Dresden at 1:30. And then since the libraries are so close, we picked up 3 o'clock at Sharon Library in Sharon, Tennessee. And then Thursday we have Carroll County Library at Huntington at 10:30. And at 2, we're at Everett Horn Public Library in Lexington. Okay. And then Friday, we're going to finish up with Jackson Madison County Library at 10 a.m. and then 2 p.m. at Jack McConaughey Memorial Library in Selmer. So, I mean, that's a lot, 11 libraries, and we usually do 10. So this is a busy week for me next week. I'm excited about it.
That is a busy week. So is that bus tour or library tour on your website where people can go to?
I'm not sure if they have it on their website, but I know it's on our Facebook page.
Okay.
I think there's a little logo on there, but I don't know if it has the full schedule on our link. I think
Jackson, you'll be Jackson Friday at 10 then, right?
Jackson, I'll be there Friday at 10.
Is that the main library downtown?
Yes, the main library downtown.
And that'll be the 10th. Is that the 10th, right?
That is the 10th.
10th, okay.
So we'll be in Jackson there, and usually the first 100 students that come get free books.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So we'll see.
And there's no signing up or anything? Would just folks just show up at the time?
Usually they just show up, and we encourage them to get library cards there and join in for the summer library programs that the libraries have going on. They have lots of activities, not just me as the character tour, but they have throughout the whole month, they have special activities around Ocean of Possibility. So I mean, they'll be learning about different things with the ocean and different activities, different book readings. So the libraries do a lot. I just help promote going to the library with the character tour, and we do give free books away. So
this is just kicking off the Ocean of Possibilities.
Yes, it's a really good program. We partner with them every year. I go to different libraries that maybe not on this list this year, next year, maybe different ones. It just depends on our scheduling with the libraries and if they want a character tour. But I can only fit in so many in a week. I would love to go to all 17 counties, but there's just not enough of me and just not enough time with traveling through West Tennessee. So unfortunately, I can't hit them all, but I try to rotate different ones in there.
Jennifer, that Facebook page, is it WLJT or is it Public Television Voices?
I think it's www. West Tennessee or west10tnpbs.org.
west10pbs.org.
That's your website, right?
Yeah, that's our website.
And the Facebook
and your
page,
Facebook page.
Same thing.
And I think it's WLJT.
WLJT Facebook. Okay.
I'm not sure if they should change it, if it's still West. It might be West Tennessee. Let me check. I just have it on my page, and I think it's West Tennessee.
West Tennessee PBS. Okay.
We can
Jennifer, good to have you with us.
Yes, thanks so much, Jennifer. We appreciate it, and looking forward to the library tour.
I look forward to it. It's going to be a busy week for me, but I mean, it's definitely worth every moment of my week.
All right. We look forward to seeing you in Jackson Friday.
I'm looking forward to being in Jackson as well as the other libraries, and we appreciate all your support and JEA's support for sponsoring us this year, because this is a big event for us.
All right.
All right. Thanks so much, Jennifer.
Thank you so much for having me.
Back to the main stage once again. This is the cast from Wanted.
I've carried a burden for too long on my own. I wasn't created to bear it alone. I hear your invitation to let it all go. I see it now, I'm laying it all down, and I know that I need you. I run to the Father, fall into grace. I'm done with the hiding, no reason to wait. My heart needs a surgeon, my soul needs a friend, so I run to the Father again and again. friend. So I run to the Father again and again and again and again. Whoa, 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 and again and again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My heart has been.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So EPlus Broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
Know the source. Heating and air conditioning costs are 55% of the average home utility bill. Next, 21% of the bill, heating hot water. 12% major appliances from the kitchen to the laundry. 8% of your cost is lighting, and 4% your electronics, from computers to television. When you move your lifestyle to lower your utility bill, know the ratios and make the changes that save you the most at JEA today.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Welcome back to Six in the City. We just had that announcement about conserving utility, or your source of utility usage is becoming important. Utility costs are going up. There's been no change in base rates at the Jackson Energy Authority. That may come because labor cost and fuel cost and a lot of things are going up. But what's happening, in two of our services, in natural gas and in electricity, those products are purchased by JEA and distributed through our system. So most of the dollars that are collected by our natural gas division or the electric division go to buy the electricity that's generated from the TVA or the natural gas that is purchased. But what's happening is natural gas costs have went, quite Cassandra, from $2 to $3 a unit. They stayed there for years, and we're fracking, and we've had more source of supply than we had consumption out there. But what's happened now, of course, there's an international demand for this product. So natural gas has jumped from $2 to $3 a unit to $7, $8, $9 per unit, and
Right.
and
Which means
the TVA and other people that are looking at this, because they use natural gas to generate electricity. They've got dams and nuclear plants, a lot of other things, but natural gas is built into those costs. When those costs go up, they just pass that through to customers, and so their word is that we're going to see just a steady, increase in utility cost over the next several months. So anything that you can do to conserve energy usage is going to be helpful, because there's just those driving forces out there with
Right.
international demand for gas.
especially with your heating and cooling system, because that's the largest. It's 55,
Largest part,
over
right.
55% of your utility bill comes from your heating and cooling costs. And so a great way to handle those costs is always make sure that your air filters in your unit are clean. Make sure the condenser unit outside is clean and it doesn't have a lot of buildup of grass, leaves, and junk debris around it. And then also too, in the summer months, set your thermostat to 78 degrees.
78, 68 in the winter, 78 in the summer.
68 in the winter.
And the next
78 in the
largest cost is heating water.
Water heating, that's
We
right.
like the hot water. So the things that keep us comfortable are what drive those utility costs. So kind of
That's
all in
right.
this together, and we'll just see where it goes from here. But those rates are going to be higher.
That's right. We've seen gas rates go to all-time highs. We've seen the grocery rates go up. Everything is
Gasoline.
going up, and utilities are not.
One thing that does happen here is that natural gas is purchased by JEA on like a 3-year contract basis. So some of those tremendous spikes we don't get and avoid that.
That's
because
right.
we're buying long term. But still that pressure is there, and it's going to affect everything out there. So we'll kind of ride this together. Speaking of the gas system, we were talking about earlier, the SOAR award from the American Public Gas Association has been presented the Gold SOAR Award.
That's right, the gold level.
And 14 systems out of 1,000 or so that are part of the American Public Gas Association got this recognition, and JA is one of those which kind of sets the standard out there. And all the areas that they monitor or evaluate companies on.
That's right. There are 4 areas that they monitor in, and APGA's president and CEO Dave Schreiber said that JEA was highly rated in all 4 of the areas that are required of SOAR, and that we consistently demonstrate a commitment to providing natural gas safely and efficiently to all of our customers. So kudos to JEA's gas division and all those who are involved in
150
providing.
years plus with natural gas, or gas was our first utility. It wasn't natural gas in those days. It was generated by burning coal and coke. But the gas system is the oldest of the utilities, brought utility service to Jackson. So a big salute to all of them. One other note, Cassandra, before we get in our final segment, and that is, we're celebrating the fact that, you know, all of our events are coming back. We've got galas going on. The musicals are coming back. One thing to note, and it's not dramatic, but the COVID cases are creeping back up in Tennessee. We got down to 4 COVID patients at Jackson General a couple of weeks ago with nobody in intensive care. We have 9 this last week with 4 in intensive care. That's not a significant number, but it's just a note. And the state of Tennessee, we got down to 305 new cases a day, from 17,000 down to 305. But over the last 6 weeks, it's gone from 300 to 400, whatever. Last week it was 1,288 new cases per day and 15 deaths per day. And we had that down to about 4. So those COVID cases, not anywhere near what we've had, but they're beginning to bump back up out there. So just take note of that.
They're slowly climbing, so hopefully we can
just be aware that those stats are changing out there.
take our precautions and wear a mask when possible whenever you're in large crowds. And
we're going to be right, but we're going to wrap this up right coming up next.
We are. We have our last segment.
Just stay right with it. More excitement still to come right here at 6 in the City.
Hey, have you heard about 4 Minute City? Do you know what it is?
Our city has over 100 sudden cardiac arrests every year.
That's why the 4 Minute City program was created.
By placing easy-to-use defibrillators in homes and businesses throughout Jackson, we can save lives.
This is not some hypothetical. This is real.
But it's up to us. Want to do something good?
Come on, Jackson. Get involved.
You just might save my life.
And I might save yours.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
I give.
I give.
Yo dono sangre.
And I give too. If you're eligible, so should you. Donating blood is safe, easy, and in less than an hour, you can save up to 3 lives. If you've donated with us before, thank you. We can't wait to see you again. If you've never done it, now's your time. Give blood with Lifeline Blood Services today.
Well, we're headed towards summer. We got a lot of activity. School is out for us anyway, but we got things coming up and going on. And one of those is Thursday night. And you're going to be there because it's the 5K run, and it's for the
and there's also a walk.
The Twilight Run and Downtown Rendezvous. The Twilight Run Downtown Rendezvous.
That's right.
The Heaven's Cradle, and that's
right.
Thursday night at the AMP and all that stuff. And Baker Brothers is doing the food, and
That's
let's see,
right.
Kimberly Hilton's going to be there, right?
Kimberly Hilton's going to be playing. So.
And you can register starting for $35 starting at 5, or get a ticket for dinner or whatever.
Yeah, and if you're not going to do the run, or if you're not going to do the walk, then you could just get a dinner ticket for like $10. Yeah, I think that's right.
But the run starts at 6:30, and then all the activities and the ceremony and all that coming up. So that's a real special event.
That's right. And also on Thursday night, the 2nd, which I know you're going to love, there is a bunco tournament. It's going on at the Bank of Jackson, and it is to support the Dream Center and the Codes for Kids. It starts at 5:30, If you are interested in playing, getting a team together, or just going out and checking it out, just contact the Bank of Jackson at 731-410-8026.
I'm just stunned that Gail Gustafson would endorse that first step toward perdition. You know, getting
Oh,
people in
yeah.
the bunko.
She's
Well, that
probably
sounds like
going to
great
be
fun.
out there playing right in the middle of
Oh,
everything.
yeah, I know she will be. And then Friday, speaking of children, right? We got the special.
Yes, Friday is the Madison
Marshall.
County State of the Child event. That is Friday the 3rd. It's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's at the Carl Grant Event Center there at Union. The stats show that Madison County was ranked 95th out of 95 counties in child well-being. So
That's real serious stuff.
That is.
The United Way, Matt Marshall, and all those folks getting involved in that. And then Saturday, a fun day, the Haywood Heritage Tour.
That's right.
HaywoodHeritage.org coming up. I think the symphony is going to be in Brownsville Thursday night at their amp.
Okay.
Not the symphony, but some of their
The traveling symphony.
Symphony is going to be there 7 o'clock in Brownsville. And of course, the March for Jesus we've been talking about.
That's
and,
right.
and Northside's musical and all that. So it's a big, big weekend.
Lots
good to see you,
of
Fuller.
stuff. It's good to be here. Good to see you.
Good to be alive and be in Tennessee and be in Jackson, Tennessee.
That's right.
We're going to close it
glad
out.
to-
Speaking of the musical, these are the young folks from the cast of Wanted at Northside Church.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Line number 1, you're supposed to have it all together. And when they ask you how you're doing, just smile and tell them never better.
Line number 2, everybody's life is perfect except yours. So keep your messes and your wounds and your secrets safe with you behind closed doors.
Truth be told, the truth is rarely told. They say I'm fine, yeah, I'm fine, oh, I'm fine, hey, I'm fine, but I'm not. I'm broken, and when it's out of control, I say it's under control, but it's not. And you know it. I don't know why it's so hard to admit it, when being honest is the only way to fix it. There's no failure, no fall, there's no sin you don't already know. So let the truth be told. There's a sign on the door, says come as you are, but I doubt it. 'Cause if we lived like that was true, every Sunday morning we would be crowded. But didn't you say a church should look more like a hospital? A safe place for the sick, the sinner and the scarred and the prodigals like me. But truth be told, the truth is rarely told. Am I the only one who says I'm fine, hey, I'm fine, oh, I'm fine, hey, I'm fine, but I'm not. I'm broken, and when it's out of control, I say it's under control, but it's not. And you know it. I don't know why it's so hard to admit it, when being honest is the only way to fix it. There's no failure, no fall, there's no sin you don't already know. So let the truth